So, Bentley, first of all, congratulations on the win. A very thrilling 5-set victory. It was back and forth the whole way. Coach, I really want to start with you first. I mean, it feels like resilient is the best way to describe every inch in the way that match went from start to finish.
Certainly, I think it's hard to win. It's our game is such, it's a game of runs, and there is momentum, and the momentum swings as easy as the tide goes in and out, and this squad this year has certainly been through the ringer with some tough wins, tough losses, and tonight I think without those experiences, I'm not sure if we would have ended up on top today.
It just seems like through the entirety of the match between yourselves and Southern New Hampshire, it's just, one set goes one way, the next set goes the other way. You really couldn't tell. It almost seemed like the match was destined for 5 sets, and you guys get off to such a scintillating start. Was really the message any different for the 5th set? Did you change anything up? Like, what was really the key to that hot start for you guys in the 5th?
In the 5th set, I think that energy and the emotion that we had to finish out the 4th set certainly carried through, which taught us that good lead. And then it was, like you said, relying on the resilience when it got a little tighter and still trusting your training, playing free. We've been talking about just play free. And that certainly pushed us over the edge.
The game certainly had its share of kills, but also just in terms of the back and forth, it had its errors as well. Ingrid, I'll turn to you first. You had 17 kills, but ultimately take me through what was going through your mind today here in this match in terms of just the constant back and forth. What was it going to take for you and your team to come away with the W? Yeah,
I think, as a 5th year, and I know all the returners can relate to this as well, and we've also kind of spread the message to the freshmen as well. We've made it to NCAAs the past, several years, and never made it past the first round. So I think we really came in with a chip on our shoulder, especially, after any 10s, not, getting where we wanted to be. Came in with a chip on our shoulder and really just set out to get it done, make it past the first round. Now it's on to the next.
Ellie, I'll turn over to you here for a second. What was it, again, I asked Coach, I'll kind of ask you the same question, that I really want to kind of hone in on that 5th set and what it was going to take for your team to prevail just with the way the tone of that match was going the whole way.
Yeah, I think in the 5th set we were just confident, and we just kind of, like Coach said, carried the energy from the 4th set into that. And we came out really good serving. We've been emphasizing really tough serving all year, and we really were able to hammer that down in the 5th set.
Coach, it seems like in the 5th set that Southern New Hampshire had made a change with their setter. It wasn't the same at the start as it was, and they got out to, I believe they had scored the first point or the first couple of points of the set before you stormed back. Did that really kind of change anything for you defensively, seeing that there was going to be a new individual in the middle that you were going to have to prepare for?
Yeah, you nailed it. They started making that change in the 4th set, and some of the tempo balls were going to be a little bit different, particularly with our middle blocking timing. But in terms of overall strategy on how we had to win, stayed the same.
Coach, I'll ask you one more. As you get ready now for tomorrow, obviously the exciting thing is it's 8 teams all together converging in one spot, and the opportunity to play a team like Mercy, who's coming off riding a real high, coming off a 4-set win today over New Haven. What's going to be the key for you now to turn this around in 24 hours and cement your spot in the League 5?
We had the luxury of watching them play, which was good. They're a much better team than we played them earlier in the season. They came to us and we beat them 3-0, but this late in the year, you kind of have to throw all that out the window. We'll take our practice slot tomorrow and hopefully get to watch some film tonight to see what they did, just to confirm what we saw, the eye test today. But if we, as Ellie alluded to, if we keep it the serve and pass strategy, we got to serve tough and receive great. I like our chances tomorrow.
I'm going to ask your student athletes one question. Each the same one. Let's start with Ingrid. What was it about this match coming into today's match? Obviously, you've had a great year all year contending for the NHM regular season championship between yourselves and New Haven and Delphi all year long. But just being here on the stage in the NCAA tournament, coming in, what was the mindset for you and your team walking in here today to know what it was going to take for you to get a win?
I think just really sticking together. This is our 3rd time out of Delphi, playing out of Delphi, in the past month. So we're familiar with the court. We weren't, that was something that we were comfortable with. And it was really playing together, playing free, like Coach said, and playing for something bigger than ourselves.
Ellen?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. We're very comfortable out of Delphi at this point. We made the drive several times. And just, just it's a big moment, but like we've worked hard all year, and just to, I was saying earlier, the muscle memory, just remember what we've been doing and apply that.
Ladies, congratulations. Greater, anything from you?
Thank you.
Crush it.
Congratulations, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Thank you.
Coach, it seems like the postseason for you guys the last 2 years has just been kind of a whirlwind. Take me through another 5-set match for you guys. Take me through everything about it was just back and forth, and it seemed like the team that was just going to be able to pull it out in the fifth was going to end up winning today.
Yeah, I always say you get to the fifth set, it's like flipping a coin sometimes. It's really, you got to find that grit at the end. We really love those 5-set matches for whatever reason. My hairline used to be down to here, but I'll tell you what, I'm so proud of these guys. I'm so proud of the student athletes and how hard they've worked, the adjustments they've been asked to make since with a new coach. And just how hard they played. And really, I thought we were peaking at the end of the season right at the right time, and unfortunately we ran into a really good Bentley team.
It seems like that was really been the telltale story of your team the last couple seasons. Obviously, last year you came into the regional tournament hot and won your way all the way to the region championship. Let's talk a little bit about the fifth set. Bentley gets out to kind of that hot start, and you guys at that point are kind of trailing back a little bit. Just couldn't see. You got it, I believe, as close as 9-6, 9-7. What was it about just that early start, in terms of trying to overcome that deficit?
We've done it before, but you're playing with fire when you get down by that much at the start, and we've been able to overcome, deficits in a way that I'm really happy about. But unfortunately, eventually, if you do it too many times, it's going to burn you. And that's volleyball. It's a game of runs, and they found a run, they found a rotation that we couldn't get out of at the very start. And honestly, who knows what happens, but I think it's a different outcome if we can start a little better.
Anna, I'd like to start with you here. Talk to me a little bit just about the mindset, right? You're coming into the conference tournament, you go up to AIC and you win in that thrilling 5-set match, and then you come and play Adelphi, you take us to 5, and now you come into the NCAA tournament, you play another 5-set match. I mean, really, in terms of the resiliency and the way your team has played, it just felt like your team was prepared for a potential 5-setter, and the way the match was going just kind of gave way to that.
Yeah, we really like 5 sets for some reason. I think that we come with the mindset that anyone is capable of winning, and we have the mindset of never giving up. So whenever we had the 5th set with AIC and we took them, we had 9 and they had 14, I believe, and then we overcame that and we won that game. We really showed that we never give up. We always have to stay up in our game.
As you entered and played a tough Bentley team, what was that mindset coming in? Do you feel like you and your team established everything? You kind of, besides coming out and claiming the victory, but did you feel like in terms of your game plan, you came out and established everything you wanted to do?
I think that we had a mindset that we didn't really have anything to lose, and we're just gonna balls to the walls, and we're gonna try to win that set. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but I think we had a pretty good game. I think if we had a better start, we could have taken that, but one team loses and the other wins. So.
Claire, take me through kind of your vantage point of the match in terms of you win the first set, and then you alternate 1, 2, 3, 4. Just especially that third set where it went 26-24. Just like the fever pitch was at such a high the whole way, and it seemed like both teams just really kind of took it the whole rest of the way. Take me through kind of how you were feeling through the match, and especially with that 5th set.
Yeah, I mean, for us as a team, we have the grit and we have the determination that even if we lose a set, we come back. We come back even stronger. We use it to push us. And so when we won the first one, then lost, and then kept going back and forth, every time we're the game plan's still the same. We just need to execute. We need to stay as a team. We need to hype each other up. And like Anna said, we need anybody can win. It's volleyball. Some people win, some people lose, but we just need to stick together as a team because that's what helps us do really good.
What to follow up on that? What has just really been such the key to establishing the success that your team has had this year, last year, and just over the last couple of years?
I definitely think it's sticking together even when we do go down. Sticking together, giving each other pointers, giving each other advice, and if someone messes up, be you got the next one. Motivating them while still pushing them to be their best.
Coach, last question. Obviously, we're so proud of the ladies and the way they performed. There's nothing to really hang your head down in terms of losing in 5 sets. So take me through just a little bit of a recap of the season as a whole, and how you felt the season went. Obviously, maybe short of the goal that you wanted, but ultimately, where do you see this season in terms of like the progress that was made?
Sure, I think our goal was winning a championship, no question, and I know teams always say that, but we really felt and believed that we had the right personnel, the student athletes to do it. So it's definitely disappointing right now for everybody. A lot of peaks and valleys. I mean, it's part of, again, coming in new. I think we changed a lot of things from what these guys and the team was used to doing. But again, I'm really happy with how, even if it took a little bit longer than expected, they were starting to execute what we were asking them to do. And I love their coachability. They're such amazing individuals, even off the court, not even talking about volleyball. But I don't know. I'm a lucky guy to have this group and to be able to say that I'm coaching them. So, like I said, we didn't hit our goal. We didn't. But we can walk out of here with our heads high, as you just said, and we talked to the team right after the match that, I do feel like, and I am confident, we can beat anybody in this region. And I think we've shown that. So now we look on to, our off season, developing, getting better, recruiting, because we are losing a lot of productivity, these two included. So not going to be easy, but we'll be back. We'll be back.
I have no doubt about that. Coach, ladies, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you.